It's Chance and Fallon taking the stage. Deep dives ready to engage. Conversations that spark the soul, where stories unfold and make you whole. The Chance and Fallon Show's the place to be. Talking about the world and what we need to see. Tune in now, don't miss a beat. Articulation Media's got you on your feet.
Welcome to the Chance and Fallon Show.
Welcome back to the Deep Dive, where we take your source material, all the articles, notes, and research, and, well, we deliver the essential, high-impact knowledge right back to you.
Exactly.
And today, we are immersing ourselves in a really major artistic milestone.
A huge one.
The 10th, that's right, the 10th official music project by the independent powerhouse Goddess Sage. The album is Moments in Motion, Soul, Funk, and Family.
And it dropped right on New Year's Day, 2026.
What a way to start the year.
It really is. And this deep dive, it's really a study in artistic longevity and intentional growth.
Things that you just don't see that often anymore.
You really don't. I mean, she has maintained creative control over her work for 3 decades now.
3 decades.
So our mission here is to distill the core philosophy that's embedded in these 8 original songs and, understand how that philosophy lets an artist thrive for 30 years completely outside the mainstream machine.
And when you look at the tracks, the stylistic range is just, it's remarkable.
It really is.
She seamlessly combines sounds that you wouldn't think go together.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, from Southern gospel to funk house fusion.
Right. Neo-soul to patriotic folk.
It's not just genre hopping, though, is it? It feels like she's using the right musical language for the right message every single time.
That's the perfect way to put it. And, that genre fluidity is actually the proof of her creative freedom.
Okay.
Her independence isn't just about, say, controlling the budget. It's about being able to pivot from writing R&B soul to educational children's music.
Without a major label breathing down her neck about marketing.
Exactly. No commercial segmentation. And that freedom, that's the core insight of her 30-year model. This album just embodies that consistency.
Okay, let's unpack this. Let's get into the core thesis of Moments in Motion.
Mm-hmm.
The whole project, it just feels like an antidote to the modern rush.
It is.
It's like an instruction manual for being fully present.
It absolutely is. And that's why track 1, Slow on Purpose, it really functions as the project's foundational text.
The thesis statement.
The thesis statement. This neo-soul track just invites you, the listener, into stillness, into reflection. It completely reframes movement.
So it's not about speed.
It's about intention, not speed.
Yeah.
The lyrics detail this so beautifully. She sings about how every step we take is quiet, like we planned it all in time.
Wow.
And then there's this other line, just bodies learning how to take it slow on purpose.
Yeah.
It just forces you to recalibrate your entire pace.
And that quiet reflection, it immediately deepens into this real intimacy with track 2, which is After Midnight Language.
Mm.
You can hear it in the vocals, they're so restrained, and the rhythms are subtle, almost whispering.
Yeah, it sounds like that quiet honesty that only comes out when the pressure of the day is finally gone.
Exactly.
The sources really emphasize that this track is all about nonverbal communication. It's that time when, as she writes it, silence talking louder now.
I love that.
She suggests the body becomes every translation. It's saying that the most honest, unfiltered communication happens when the mind's defenses are down.
And the body just confirms what's true.
A skin-level honesty, yes.
So once she establishes this stillness and this honesty, where does she go from there? How does she teach us to move? It seems like the next part of the album explores the physics of connection.
That's a great way to put it. Yeah, how we interact with others when we trust that stillness.
Right.
And track 3, Velvet Floor, is just the soundscape of trust. It's safe, it's warm, vulnerable, like sinking into a memory.
The definition of emotional grounding.
It is. You get these little details like shoes kicked off by the door and the feeling that every step closer to you feels like home. It conveys trust, but without sacrificing any strength.
The shared sanctuary.
Exactly. A slow, intimate dance.
Okay, so given the focus on slowing down, I have to ask about track 4, Body Yes, because it feels a little contradictory. It has this powerful R&B, funk, dance fusion tempo lift. How did the sources explain that energy?
That's a really sharp question, and the sources show that the high energy is completely intentional.
Uh,
The focus shifts here from physical speed to bodily autonomy to affirmation.
so it's not about rushing.
No, it's about authentic movement. And the lyrics capture that internal friction perfectly. She sings, "My thoughts still thinking maybe, but my body says yes."
That's so powerful.
It is. This track celebrates the idea that your body has its own confident wisdom, you know? Separate from the hesitant, overthinking mind, it's an act of self-listening,
Yeah.
of self-trust, which is maybe the deepest way of being present.
So she's using a dance track to communicate consent and self-awareness. Amazing.
Yeah.
And then track 5, Stay Until the Song Ends. We shift gears again. We're in this gorgeous country soul and R&B storytelling mode. And this one is purely about commitment.
It is. It urges you to stay present through discomfort and uncertainty. It's commitment emotional, spiritual, but in miniature.
What do you mean by that?
It's about not demanding forever, but demanding full presence right now. The key line is that we don't need forever, just this moment held and a song that knows us well.
It's a more realistic approach to life.
A very adult, realistic approach. Don't rush past the good moments and don't run from the tough ones. Just stay.
And that idea of holding the moment then just expands, right? It goes communal with track 6, Close Enough to Feel.
Yes.
I mean, this soul, funk, house, disco track sounds like it was specifically designed for a crowd.
Oh, for sure. Whether that's a dance floor or just a living room full of your friends. It emphasizes rhythm as this unifying force, bridging different genres, different generations.
Shared experience.
It's all about collective rhythm. But even when the energy is that high, the album's core instruction still holds up. The goal is to get close enough to feel me, but slow enough to stay.
So even on the dance floor, it's about intentional connection.
Exactly. Connecting deeply, physically, but without the chaos or the pressure you usually associate with high-tempo music.
This is where the scope of the deep dive gets really interesting. We move from individual intimacy and shared rhythms to the collective social and spiritual arc of the album.
Yeah, the final 2 tracks really broaden the lens.
Let's talk about track 7, United in These States.
It's such a powerful composition. It's blending patriotic folk with Southern soul. And it's designed to focus entirely on shared humanity, dignity, responsibility. Compassion. And crucially, it manages to do all this without falling into partisan political rhetoric, which is a very difficult tightrope to walk.
You could just hear the weight of that collective struggle in the composition itself, especially in lines like, "The weight that we bear in the long working night."
Yes, and it calls for standing hand in hand when the ground shifts below. It grounds the call for unity not in some easy political slogan, but in faith and in shared struggle.
And that's why it resonates.
It resonates because it taps into that fundamental human experience of just surviving when the cost feels heavy. And then, well, then track 8, Bless Us, Lord, Protect Us, God, just brings the entire journey to a stunning conclusion.
It's a deep Southern gospel benediction. It grounds the entire project, everything we've been talking about, in faith and gratitude.
And it connects that intentional movement all the way back to stillness and grace. It's a prayer for individuals who feel alone in crowded rooms and for whole communities navigating difficult seasons.
It really confirms a major theme of her entire career.
It does. That faith and life, the sacred and the secular, they are interwoven. They are not separate compartments. And speaking of her career...
Of 3 decades, right?
Yeah.
That consistency and longevity, it naturally leads us to the context of this whole project. This is her 10th official release.
I mean, that kind of independent creative persistence is just, it's so rare.
It really is.
It speaks volumes about her sustained commitment to independence. She writes, she composes, she produces her own work largely outside of those mainstream structures.
And she often works with her longtime partners, right? The Artist Review and BePublished.org.
That's right. And that creative control is what allows her to pursue whatever sound or theme feels authentic. From adult contemporary soul to house music to children's songs, without needing to dilute that vision for, corporate approval.
It's interesting. This level of musical vision wasn't always obvious to her fans.
No, at first they were just captivated by her incredible voice.
Exactly. I was reading about a longtime industry observer, Lisa Elsie Irving, who tracked her early vocal work, and she admitted being completely amazed when Goddess Sage released her first instrumental CD.
That was Earthbirth. Elsie Irving said she just assumed, like a lot of early listeners, that someone else must be composing the complex arrangements.
It's a common bias, unfortunately.
A very common bias. So learning that Goddess Sage has always written and composed her own music, that it was her all along, that was a true turning point. It proved her vision extends way beyond just lyrics and vocals. She is the full sonic architect behind her sound.
And that structural integrity, that's a defining part of her legacy.
Absolutely.
And her roots are so deep, too, which explains the versatility. Genres like country soul and southern gospel, they feel so natural for her.
Well, she grew up singing with her family in rural Hazelhurst, Mississippi,
Deep in Copiah County.
also known as Calling Panther County. It's a beautiful grassroots origin story. I mean, she was basically performing behind her grandmother's house with her family, learning to sing and play. And those formative moments, plus singing in church choirs, that really shaped her multi-genre approach.
You can hear that authenticity.
Her music is rooted in place and family. You can hear that foundation in a track like United in These States.
And the scope of her work just goes so far beyond her own albums. She's been a creative partner, background hook writer, and singer for so many artists.
Oh yeah, collaborating with hip-hop and R&B artists all across Mississippi, Texas, and Illinois. And she shared the stage with some musical heavy hitters.
Like gospel legend Karen Clark Sheard.
Karen Clark Sheard, Rosalind Allen, and Seven, who is the son of Erykah Badu and Andre 3000.
Wow. She really does span the entire musical landscape. But if we're going to talk about her reach, we have to talk about her impact across different age groups.
We absolutely must. The children's album, Love It Up, Baby, is just the perfect example of her philosophy. That creativity should serve people, not just entertain them.
And that album is genuinely engaging educational music. I mean, the sources confirmed the songs taught kids critical safety lessons.
Yeah, things like how to safely cross the street, how to properly wash their hands.
That shows her creative commitment extends so far beyond a typical club or concert venue. It's artistry delivering real-world utility.
And she maintains this incredible spiritual depth and fluidity, between the sacred and secular spaces, that gives her music remarkable utility in her listeners' lives.
How so?
Well, a fan named Corliss Thompson noted how her gospel work, specifically the Imaginary Friends CD and the Four Warriors Only EPs, is relied upon by fans as a grounding force.
To get through difficult seasons.
That sincerity, that spiritual strength, it provides a stability that very few artists can sustain over decades.
And the praise for her voice is, it's legendary. The comparisons are staggering. Anita Baker, Minnie Riperton.
Nancy Wilson, Billie Holiday, Nina Simone.
But the most insightful compliment I read is that Aretha Franklin is noted as her resting point.
Yes.
Her default, natural tone, without any straining or performance artifice.
And that resting point is so key to understanding her independence. Longtime fan Willis Richardson, he emphasizes that her career has been defined by growth without dilution.
Which is so hard to achieve.
It is. He noted that while her voice has matured and adapted over the years, he cites favorites from her 8th CD, Holidays with You, to the House EP Times coming together with Phil Marley. The sound stays fluid. It stays true to her core identity.
He said each project just keeps getting better.
Because she refuses to compromise. And that is the definition of intentional longevity.
So when you put it all together, what does this all mean? Goddess Sage's Moments in Motion isn't just a collection of songs. It's more like a living map for finding meaning through consistency, through presence, in a world that is just constantly demanding speed.
It's an exercise in intentional artistry that you can really listen to and learn from.
Yep.
And if you want to experience this 3-decade journey in action, you actually have an opportunity coming up.
Oh, really?
Goddess Sage is a featured artist at the Robert Johnson Blues and Mississippi Music Festival. It's scheduled for May 8th through 10th, 2026, right at the Copiah County Fairgrounds in her hometown, Hazelhurst, Mississippi.
And she's performing all 3 days.
All 3 days, which is a testament to her range. Friday is the blues and hip-hop set. Saturday is R&B soul and country folk. And Sunday, she closes with a gospel jazz set.
That truly demonstrates everything we've talked about in action, a true multi-genre journey, and it all culminates in a project that's dedicated to staying present.
Exactly.
So since her artistry spans vocals, composition, and production, maybe consider this as you go through your day. How much truth does your own resting point, your natural rhythm, reveal about your core identity, especially when you stop rushing?
Something to think about.
It's something to think about the next time you put on Moments in Motion.
It's Chance and Fallon taking the stage. Deep dives ready to engage.